Okay, welcome back. Got thinking today again. I'm just going to do a little bit of remembering. I told you I went to Hillcrest Baptist Church. The church used to be down on Birchwood Avenue, Birchwood Baptist. Pastor Truex was the pastor. I remember going to school. Every Wednesday we'd hold hands, kindergarten to 6th grade. 5th grade, man, I hated hanging on girls' hands walking to church. But we did it during school hours. Nellie Bideman was the missionary. She was going to get married in her younger days, but her husband got involved in an aircraft accident. And when remains were taken, he had his Bible open to John 3, and naturally John 3:16. But that's Nellie Bideman. Well, we moved up to Hillcrest Baptist Church. I was, probably 8 years old. I was about 7. At Birchwood Baptist Church, when I went forward to accept Jesus. It was during one of the nightly evangelist talks, and I remember it really hit home. They sang a song, I never heard it before until that night, that really hit me personally. And I remember singing that song all the way up to when I was 17 years old. When I walked out of church, I said that in the previous thing. I'm going to attempt to sing it. Now you just got to bear with me. There's a good beat to it. It goes something like this. This world is not my home, I'm just a passing through. My treasures are laid out somewhere beyond the blue. The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know there is no one like you. But if heaven's not my home, then Lord, what will I do? That's about the only thing I remember of it. In 91, those 22 and a half years when I was Antichrist, yeah, I knew the songs, but I never sang them. I never even thought of church. I never even thought of Jesus. It was world in the palm of my hand. I could do no wrong. Well, in 91, when I got back into church, 92, 93, 94, I started bouncing around church to church trying to find the right one. And I'd hit the hymn books trying to find that song. The older people remembered it. And this is the thing I got from 2 or 3 of the older people. Apparently, the lyrics to that song said that the world wasn't worth living in. So the hymn writers decided, well, we're not going to put that song in the hymn books anymore. I get out here to Yuma, and I hit the churches all around here. They've never even heard of the song. And that song just tells it like it is. This world is not your home, and you're just passing through. The movie Centennial, Levi Zint goes from Quaker and heads out west, and he loses his wife. Snake bite in the neck. She dies. They bury her. He goes into the woods stays there about 9 months. Can't think of his name, but Indian daughter goes and rescues him. Now she's got some stuff on what reality is, because they ended up making whoopee that night, and good old Levi apologized to her the next day because he wasn't making love to her. It was his wife that was dead. And she popped up with an old Indian thing. The sun doesn't care where it shines. The sun shines on the prairie. 1 year, mushrooms will grow. The next year, strawberries will grow. The next year, sunflowers will grow. The sun doesn't care. The sun shines. And the stuff grows, wilts and blows away. The next year, other items grow, wilts and blows away. And that's how our life is. We're born, we're raised, die, blow away. Now, I told you about Chuck. Chuck's life is history. But Chuck, when he was living, lived a life. My mom is also in heaven. When she lived her life. The Depression came, they made it through it. Good times came, they made it through it. World War I, World War II, Vietnam, we made it through it. Korea War, made it through it. Now we're going through Afghanistan and Iran and Iraq. The Muslims, I see nothing wrong with the Muslims. Personally, I don't. They're like everybody else. You got a small percentage. Now, you get mad at me for saying that? Ask me if I care. Because it's like this. How many Americans kill, rob banks? You kill somebody, go to jail for life. Life! In an air-conditioned TV jail for what? 7, 8 years. And then you're up for release and you go out and do it again. Okay? Now, I don't understand. I don't. But right now my life is very simple. There's no drama. Like I say, I do my devotions every morning. I sing during the day. Usually it's that song I sang earlier. I kind of like to see that come back. Because this world is not our home. We're practicing for what's going to be our home. And I'm kind of curious. I know what my home's going to be. It's going to be in heaven. And to me, that's top of the world. The top. I'll have a glorified body. Mom's got hers. Chuck's got hers. Hazel's got hers. Because I believe Hazel is also a Christian. In her Bible, she's got a piece of paper. I remember running away from home when I was 7 or 8. And I went to Grandma Soper's. And like I said earlier, Grandma would call Mom, and I wouldn't get yelled at or spanked because I spent the day with Grandma. But I remember walking into her house. I never knocked. I just walked in. Same way with Chuck. I just walked in. And same way with my neighbors. I used to just walk in my neighbor's house. And anyways, she was sitting at the counter with a pair of scissors, cutting out this thing in the newspaper. And I walked up to her, gave her a hug and a kiss, and told her I'm spending the day because I'm running away from home. And she just looked at me and she goes, okay. Why don't you get some water? Okay. So I went and got some water and came back to the table. She'd already cut out this thing, took some tape and taped it in her Bible. And what the thing said was 7 days without God makes 1 week. W-E-A-K. You know, that's like, who's that comedian? Jeff Foxworthy. You know, the old redneck, where his uncle took some paint, went out to the mailbox, and wrote the word mail, M-A-L-E, on the mailbox. It's the mail. But according to Jeff, it was on there for years. And one day Jeff looked at that and he made the statement, shouldn't that M be capitalized? You know? Anyway, going on about 12 minutes, that's all I'm going to do tonight. I just wanted to express my feelings as to my favorite song for worship. So, anyway, have a blessed day and love ya. Bye-bye.